There we go. That's the marker we want to use. So that way it doesn't have my desktop on it, which I should change because it's actually not that word. Would you ever do a live pumpkin carving? I've never considered it. I don't really know how to carve a pumpkin all that well. I've only done it like a handful of times. I can't claim to be an expert, but you know, maybe. I don't know. Considering that we don't have a place to throw away our trash right now, I don't know where I would like do it. Okay. I'll write it down as an idea. It'd be a fun arcade stream. Pumpkin. Yeah, I'll consider doing some pumpkin farming or pumpkin carving. I don't know what we're gonna do with the trash, so I'm gonna wait until they actually like replace our trash can, because that would be a thing that we need to have. Anyway, so here's what's gonna happen. Mike has a theory that when you do bounties on here, that it doesn't track them correctly. So I am going to do a bounty at some point during the stream. Not going to tell you specifically when, so we can test that theory. But I am essentially being paid to play this game right now. At some point. Just saw it go down by 50. That wasn't me. I didn't hit the button. A bounty's a bounty, regardless of, you know, whatever. But they did give me a code for the game. I'm gonna go ahead and link the code in chat. Does anyone... Actually, why don't I link it on the Discord again? Because, like... I mean, I could put it in the non-sub Discord, too. Does any of my subs want this game? Free copy? Could be a force of update. I'll go ahead and post it in the sub Discord. All right. There's the code. That way I can post it without having to worry about like people. I mean, honestly, with this game, I've just been slowly making progress, and I just stream it when there's a bounty because, like, okay, Amazon, if you want to keep giving me money for this, it's a high, like, definitely a recommend if you like Souls-likes. It's harder than your average Soul-like for no real good reason. A lot of the bosses and enemies feel a lot spongier, which is not super cool. But if you wanted Bloodborne on PC, this is about as close as you're gonna get. I wouldn't say it's harder than Dark Souls. I would just say that, like, the bosses are just... They have just tons and tons and tons of health. And that's just annoying. Also, what if I put the camera there rather than there? So that way, whenever I looked at chat, I would have to look at you guys. Well, I mean, when I look, I'm looking down, too, so that doesn't really work. I've forgotten what the controls are. Cool. Harder than Dark Souls, easier than No. Is No that hard? I find like a majority of this game to just kind of be just spongy big guy enemies, and it doesn't seem like I ever have enough damage to like make it a thing. Just lead you over here. Game wants you to use weakness. Fair enough. Come on. Easiest Souls game if you use throwables. I guess I should be using more throwables. I've kind of been going easy on them just because, you know, important resource, never use. I could use this healing potion now, but what if I need it later? Throwables are busted? Maybe I'm just playing the game wrong. I'm out of it. I'm out of it. Ow. Could have been better. I mean, yeah, I did use the help, though. Okay, cool. So I should probably put, like, thermite on my little, like, thing here. Did I finish Baldur's Gate 3? Nah. Interest was waning to the point that, like, I just didn't want to get into it anymore. I'd very much like to finish it. Could the game be louder? It could probably be louder. Next time I'm not being attacked, I'll turn up the volume. The combat doesn't evolve much? I mean, it's just regular. I'm just gonna turn up the audio just a little bit. Like, it's D&D, like, it kind of evolves on its own. The horniness being an unintended mechanic and that they made the characters accidentally too horny is pretty great. I think I got everything over there. Everyone in Faerun is real down bad. That looked unfortunate. You okay, man? You okay? Oh man, that does not look good. Are you sure you're okay? Okay, well, I was expecting the thing to come back and hit him again, but that's not fun if it doesn't. I don't remember what I was doing in this game, like progress. Lae'zel gets super pissy if you don't romance her as a GIF. Is the, like, strat to, like, sex % still, like, Lae'zel as a GIF? I'm still in that horror game mindset, so I'm expecting things to be scary. Does that make sense? I think that's a chest there. I should probably grab that. Maybe it's important. All right, cool. Fire axe. All right. Are there mimics in this game? God knows. Let's see what the axe is like. So the axe is kind of balanced right now. It's worse than my current weapon in all stats. This weapon, it's significantly better than, but I don't know if that's really the point of it. I'm gonna just try it out for a minute. I've been going strength, but I feel like that's the wrong choice. Hey. I think there's still a big fella back here that I haven't killed. Yep, there he is. Doesn't seem to give the slightest shit about the situation. Am I dead? I'm dead. Let's go and get our souls and try and do that again. I don't think that was the guy the weapon to use for that guy. Furthermore, I feel like that my Bernie blade is probably more important. I feel like I should probably have two weapons that are acting off of different mechanics, like a shocky one and a fire one, and then like test them out and see which one's better. I don't know how many different types of like weapons or like things there are. I think the stabby knife has to stay because memes, but aside from that, I don't know what other it is fast. I think I can get it down where I can actually block. There's a poop knife in Baldur's Gate. Is it called a poop knife, or are you calling it a poop knife? That's two very different things. Oh, nice. Canadian Thanksgiving. It's called Poo Scraper, and it's a dagger. I mean, that's pretty on the nose. Okay, that can take out little guys as long as I'm, like, actually caring enough. I don't think that this is the right weapon to fight this guy because he's already a fire guy, but maybe it is, so... Okay! Just insta-murder. Anytime they have like the Margit style delay, yeah, that fucks with me. What's his name from Elden Ring? You can just run away from red attacks, yeah. Electric is the weakness of electric or fire guys. Okay, I'm gonna get my souls back, and then we're gonna like just go home. Isn't there a quick way from one point to another here? Maybe if I just go up through here. Margit. Is it Margit or Margit or Margaret or what is the name? Tim? Sure. Why not, Tim? Morgott. Clicking learn more does not do anything. It's just about view count. But thank you for, you know, looking into it. Now, the only thing that changes how much I get paid is whether or not I hit the minimum number of viewers and then whether or not I hit the maximum number of viewers. There's a range on how much they'll pay me, depending. But, you know, it's a solid game. I don't mind advertising it because it is good. But, you know, and it also kind of comes right after we've had, what, Elden Ring. And Elden Ring is kind of like, you played it, you beaten it, we can move on. This is another game that's kind of at the same genre that you can just enjoy as well. And I think that's cool. I'm going to make an electric weapon to take care of Fire Guy. I don't think my big fuck-off weapon is not really doing the job. We're just going to figure out what enemies are weak to and then use that one. I didn't like how directionless I felt in,
I know my way around a weapon. Want me to look at something?
I'll trust my wife to take care of that. All right, so, electric coil. And then I want to, like, what am I going to try and do with this thing? Probably attack fast. Rapier handle is good. That's what I was thinking. Because it's the fastest one of these options. All right, assemble weapon, yes. And then upgrade weapon, this one. And then all these are going to take too much now. Okay, so now I've got two weapons. One's Bernie, one's electric. I don't really, I mean, yeah, Ubisoft does awful fucking open world games. Would you let a 12-year-old play this game? Yeah, just to watch them cry, why not? Sorry about that. That's probably not going to help. Honor or nothing? What? Okay, that's the attack for it. And then the right trigger, I should probably check as well. Oh, that's the little, like, stab and reverse thing. I'm tired of, like, Ubisoft games. There's a lot of AAA devs that are just like, they're making the same game over and over and over and over and over again. It's just like, fuck off, I don't care. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I probably should have fought my way out of that. Yeah, stab and reverse is bats. It does a lot more damage as a blunt hit than a stab. Let's get our souls back, then we'll switch that out. I was gonna send you a code for the new Madden. Yeah, sorry. I mean, Madden is banger, obviously. Like, you know how much I care about sport. Sport ball. And how much I love watch sport. Did you see the other day when team happened? Home team did good. But the away team, they're evil. So there's that. It's well known that, like, I can just go off talking about sport for, like, hours. Dick? Yeah, dude, when the ball goes to goal, like, fuck yeah. You do about 30% damage debuff when you're stabbing them with the... Oh, my damage is that bad in comparison. Okay. What's a faster swingy weapon? Is there a fast swingy weapon? Axe handle and baton handle can be good. I'll try the baton handle next. Or axe handle. We'll see which one's better. Okay, okay. Just wombo comboed me on the ground. That's fine. I don't think it costs anything to switch out weapons, so we'll just teleport to another Stargazer, go to the Hotel Krat. By the way, I have started the bounty and I did not see a drop, but I will double check the analytics later to see if there is a correlation there. I'm gonna do the same thing when I end it. I'm not gonna announce when I end the bounty.
I know my way around.
I mean, it doesn't really functionally change anything as far as like how I do anything here, but it is just, it's curious. All right, so the baton handle. So this is the glaive handle. Attack type, stab, stab. Okay, I see, but I want... Okay, so the baton handle is blunt. Booster glaive? What is it changing? Aside from weight. Username deleted? Give me 1 sec. Time out 100. It's probably like slash timeout. The name you're trying to time out does not exist. Oh, right, because I did. There you go. There you go, username deleted. Enjoy your 100-second timeout. Alright, so fire axe is technique. I think I'm currently using technique. So wouldn't it be good to have more of that? It does more damage. This one does a lot of damage. It's 32. And I believe that's a, I mean, it's a glaive. Is that a glaive, a stabbing or swingy? Well, the equals mark is relative to the last thing. It's swing. So that's good for... All right, let's see what this is. It's kind of like a long range. I mean, it seems fine. Why would, I mean, yeah, I mean, there's some movies that I'd leave. I can't think of any off the top of my head that I would pay money for and then leave. What are my stats? That's a great question. Don't know the answer to it. I will check once I can. Does the word sponsored need to be the first word in the title? It just needs to be aware for you guys to know that I am being sponsored for this. I did leave a concert once because the sound mixing was too bad. Yeah, me and Tilda had to leave the Mystery Skulls concert that we went to because it was just too many people and it was too warm. This is pre-COVID. So, you know, there's that. Mystery Skulls is good live, but it was just so fucking hot in there that I honestly thought we were gonna like collapse from heat exhaustion. There were too many people packed into too small of an area, and that was kind of a problem, obviously. Okay, that's pretty good. I walked out of a Rise Against show because they decided to go to an acoustic in the middle of a set, and it killed the pit. Yeah, that would open up the pit. It's time for acoustic jams. Where did I leave my souls? Oh, right around the corner. I forgot about that. Yeah, because he was a bastard and he just, like, wombo comboed me. Uh-oh. Yeah, some people are going to leave no matter what. I guess that's what you're trying to get into is like, why would people leave if it's going to be a bounty? Some people just don't like being advertised to, which honestly, like, you're more likely to see like an advertisement than you are your loved one, you know, in any given day. Like, you're going to see more advertisements than you are going to see any of your friends. How did I miss you both times? Just make ads your friends? Yeah, that's what people who are like Disney freaks do. They're like, oh my god, Disney's the best thing ever. I'm so glad I went to Disneyland. I'm going back. It's what brands want, yeah. Sharp pipe. What is... the fuck is a sharp pipe for? Oh, it's a throwing object. Sure. Oh, and someone asked about my stats. Here they are. 25 technique. Wait, technique is dex? So I've been going dex this entire time and just didn't realize it? Oh, that's good. Better than the other way around. Move to equipment. All right, lower belt. Pulse cell. Wait, the fuck? No, I want my healing thing to be there. Where's my healing thing? Oh, that is the healing thing. For some reason, I thought it was a different effect. Okay. I also have way more slots than I thought I did. I thought that was like the explosive one. Electric Blitz Abrasive. Okay. And then this thing? A pipe that can be thrown. Sure. Chain. All right. Wow, that did way more damage than I thought it would. Okay. Fuck. Get the fuck out of here. I was just kind of like staying back and letting him like use up his swings and then come back to that, because him like doing a swing on me when I like was already overheated was what was killing me a majority of the time. Neat. This thing kills little guys easy. That thing walled a bunch of streamers. Good to know. It was difficult, but yeah, you just get good, I guess. Where's progress? By a bunch of streamers, I mean Mike. I mean, okay, sure. That guy was hard. Limes for a bit too. Yeah, it was just, I think that someone pointing out that this game is entirely about like, you gotta make sure that you're actually using the right weapons for things, like types matter. That's how you swing a club, man. I don't really think about typing when I play Dark Souls. I just sort of pick a good weapon and swing at it. Yeah, this game honestly needs to have challenging sections, else it isn't fun, because that's how these games work. You can beat anything with anything in Dark Souls. There's better ideas, but honestly, most people just find a good build and stick with it rather than like teching to the enemy. And I think that's maybe, I mean, it's definitely something that's fucking with me. Elemental damage is everything in this game. So you're saying I can level now? I guess I will, just so I don't lose my souls. I did just watch your Dark Souls streams, and you stuck with the hammer because of how many enemies were resistant to slashing. Just felt good. Bonks, you know? It wasn't really I was teching for each individual enemy like I have to with this game, but, you know, bonks. Does talking to you actually achieve something? It looks like it might.
Mr. Vanini is the richest man in Krat. His company manufactures most of Krat's exports. He's
I love this mask, by the way.
peculiar, but a
I would wear
good-hearted man.
this.
Even though he's rich, he treats every employee with respect. I heard he went to shut the factory down. I hope he's safe. I wouldn't want to lose my best customer.
Okay, bye.
I'll use my power to help you.
All right, level me up. So yeah, I guess if it's blue, then oh man, it costs nothing to level. get some capacity so I can carry more, I guess. Because dodge rolls are important. So he's in this place somewhere. Oh, hey, that's kind of cool. One of the devs made an easy mode mod. Sure, why not? Stamina is also good. Yeah, for the same reason. But if my dodge distance is farther, then I don't have to dodge as many times to move. More capacity means better armor, and and honestly, it gives you a bit of a bonus to your armor in general, too, so. Why not make that an official option? Maybe he was told no, and he was like, fuck it, I'll do it myself. The devs of this only made mobile games before this. That's wild. Why are we talking about hand washing? Kitties, the bot, the P loves you. There we go. Nuke me slowly loves you too, kitties. If you wash your hands too much, they'll dissolve. I've not run into that issue myself. Like, are you using battery acid, or what are you using for your soap? Because, like, I haven't had that issue yet. Working as a dishwasher is real, yeah. No, when I worked at the bakery, like, I constantly had chapped lips because the oven was like a walk-in oven, which, by the way, horrifying, but anyway, the oven was a walk-in oven, so you could put a whole rack of stuff in all at once, and yeah, it just did burn off like, it burned my lips off. Wearing gloves, not always practical. Have you seen this eccentric? Marrying a puppet. Weird. Okay. Like, I constantly had chapped lips. Like, all along here. Right on the top. Was just burned. Are you dead? Are you a puppet? You're a puppet. Okay, I don't... Someone marrying a puppet is like the least, like... Oh my god, I can't believe they have that in this game. You know what I mean? I don't know how to progress right now. I'm like very lost. I will take back seating. Where the fuck am I going? Walk-in oven sounds like a morgue, honestly. Yeah. All right, the big pipe over the big pit. All right. So I go down. Did I fight the second boss? The boiler guy or this guy? Because I killed this guy.
Take care.
Best of luck to you.
Did the bakery you worked at, did it have best pies in London? No, but I know what you mean. All right, so keep going this way. You said to go down, and then I ignored that entirely. It's across where you lowered the pipe. The pipe, just brings you back to the first checkpoint of this area. Maybe down here? Because this just seems like a whatever area. That was so glitchy. Below where you raised the pipe. Okay, I will check down there. There's nothing down here. You made a shortcut to the next area. Okay. We'll go up and over and around. All right, so I lowered this pipe. And this pipe just allows you to get back to the entrance. So I want to go down here. Into the boss arena, right? This is where you wanted me to go down? No, go back up. Okay. That's a great question. Why did Geppetto make all of these? I assume that it's his job to make them, right? Like, that's his thing? Okay, so go across and go straight. I'm going straight towards these barrels. This does look new. Okay, thank you.
Benini, pull yourself together. Have a duty to this city and to your own sterling reputation. Just left me. That's rather disloyal. Quite insulting.
There we go. Hello?
Oh, easy now. No need to kill me. Surely we can discuss this like reasonable people? Hold on. Geppetto's a friend of yours. Did he send you?
Yes.
I'm fine. Please, help me find my butler Pulcinella.
Okay.
He's a puppet and a friend. Those stalkers were supposed to be working for me, but, well, they bolted and left me to my fate.
Yeah, I do fucking love your outfit, man. He's got like a keyboard arm.
The back door, and I haven't seen him since. Pulcinella has been a loyal companion. I'd hate
Top
to lose
hat,
him.
fur coat,
The factory is, of course, my priority. We must
gloves,
take it back.
Willy Wonka looking ass. Yeah.
Eye out for my butler. I'd consider it a personal favor and owe you in kind.
Your butler. Wonka maxing. That's not good. Okay, so I don't want to fall down any because I won't be able to jump back up to any degree. I want to get all this shit, then we can drop. Thanks. Oh, shit. I think that's the Joker's origin story in one of the things where it's like you fall into the green, you die, or he turns into the Joker. I think that was like the animated series lore. What? Fuck. Gotham City sucks. Like, it's filled with, like, not only, like, criminals, but the only guy you can trust is a guy who just runs around beating the fuck out of people that look funny. Like, and he himself is dressed up like an asshole. Like, Batman lore is fucked. The cards note. Uh-huh. Yeah, that didn't work out now, did it? Would I dress up as Batman for sure, but I mean, I have a beard, which is kind of an anti-Batman look. I'm starting to get used to this thing. Technique crank. That's good. CGI the beard off like they did in Superman. I heard there's new news about the Henry Cavill, speaking of Superman thing. Just doesn't even explain where I need to go for that. Okay. God damn it. Yeah, Henry Cavill is doing a new, he's doing an Eisenhorn 40K show. I think it'll be good. Maybe it will be on Amazon, which would be hilarious for them to have Warhammer Plus and them to put it on Amazon. So I kind of doubt that they'd put it on Amazon, considering they have their own, like, equivalent to Amazon, effectively. He apparently has had a lot of input. He's a huge 40K fan, so... Which Warhammer person would Jeff Bezos be? Probably one of the loyalist Primarchs. I can't think of a good one. But no one will see it on Warhammer Plus. Yeah, I know, but they have to justify the cost at some point. And just like LOL minis is not going to work for a lot of people. Cool, thanks. Caution, acid. Good to know. Come at me, bruh. I mean, it implies that I could knock the acid onto them, but how? Maybe if I use like a ranged attack or something? I mean, you can just cheese this guy like this, I guess. Maybe shoot it? Yeah. Do you think a Snow White FPS would work? I didn't think a Bloodborne Dark Souls Pinocchio would work, but it does, so I guess. Warhammer faction with weapons that look cheap and are in the lore disposable, with the only thing being more replaceable than the guns being the people wielding them. That's literally just the Imperial Guard. That's already an existing faction. They put very little time into giving a shit about the people who, you know, work for them. Sometimes just resources don't get there. Like, so it's just sort of like, I guess you're fucked then? I mean, you can't really aim in this game. Like, you kind of have to depend on the lock-ons if you want to do something like hit a barrel. Yeah, that doesn't work at all. Ah, faster than me. I lost all those souls. Yeah, like one part Tau could be pretty evil. How's your day been today? It's been all right. I called a bunch of places to get fucking shit fixed. Like I said, the trash just piling up outside of people's doors. And it's like, I wonder why we got fellas in the walls, y'all. Maybe it's because you have no fucking, like, idea how to run a fucking place, but yeah, all right. Let's try going here. Let's just ignore that guy entirely. Is that another soul gazer? Like, oh no, this is like this is a boss fight. Okay. Am I a furry yet? No. I just like wearing the mouse hat. It's good. Are you sure this isn't the guy that, like, caused Mike and Limes a lot of trouble? Firecrotch? Is that a gun? Okay. I'm just trying to figure out his attacks real quick before I actually try anything. Okay. Fuck. We're not gonna first try this guy. I just want to figure out what he does. Okay. I think we kill these assholes real quick to get some like throwables. Electric seem to be doing pretty okay. I'm sorry, what is the question? Would I rather be a twink robot or a what? No, you typed that. Well, you didn't, but chat did. Robot made out of metal shapes. Like this guy? This guy's a robot made out of metal shapes. I mean, I guess Twinkbot's fine. I wouldn't want that, but you know, if that's the choice that you're forcing on me. Thanks. Peter Pan could do this too, I think. But I feel like there's already been a lot of Peter Pan kind of shit. What's a fairy tale that doesn't get enough love? I mean, any of the ones I can think of do get a lot of love, so probably not them, yeah? Three Little Pigs? Yeah. Aladdin's just Prince of Persia, sure. Yeah, turn the pigs into twinks. That way Twitter can yeah, that sounds great. Yeah, Three Little Pigs. Ooh, and you can have like a Bara wolf for them to also be into. And he's like a bad guy, but he's also a bad guy. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, fucking internet would eat that shit up. I'm dead. I'm fine. Unlike you, I'm not a furry, Rev. I'm sorry, when did I ever do anything furry-like? Should there be homoerotic? Are the Three Little Pigs, like, related? Or am I just sort of assuming that because they're pigs? I mean, not all cops are related, so why would I think that the three pigs from the Three Little Pigs are related? That's really unfair, honestly. Three Little Pigs, most of them were stupid idiots, true, but I feel like that they deserve better than that. They are brothers, right? Don't do that. I made furry art? When did I make furry art? This guy's gonna kill me. I'm dead. You can't just say it's furry porn because I drew like animals. Animals being animals. They're not even fucking. March on the Mice is not. Yeah, I know, wife in chat. Wife in other room. She can hear this whole conversation happening. I was commissioned to draw furry art once, but I had to turn the guy down because I couldn't do it. Like, mechanically, I don't know how to draw furries well enough to really think that it's worth. How many times has Tilda heard you say some unhinged shit from chat? I don't know. You want to field that one? Where do I buy, like, all the time? Yeah.
Welcome.
Sounds right.
I'll use my power.
Especially with Mike. Yeah, that sounds right. Lots of curse shit. Is there a difference between drawing an animal and a furry? Apparently fucking not.
I know
No.
my way around.
I thought there was, but maybe I'm insane. Is there a place to buy like shocky things, or is it literally that?
That sounds very plain. You and your pet.
Chat is constantly filled with things that no one needed to know about or hear. And yet here we are. Oh. Do I need to play that jank fighting game again? He set an absurdly high price and the furry was just like, bet, when is it done? I've done that. Like, I've had people who, like, there was a guy once who tried to buy a painting off of me. And he had, like, some, like, really weirdly suspicious, like, social media links in his, like, thing. Checked him out real quick because the name, I forget what website it was, but it was definitely, like, I checked through it and I'm like, for you, a 300% markup, because fuck you. I didn't tell him that. I just, you know. If a chud wants to buy my art, then he can buy it at a 300% markup. Okay, so I can get one swing off on this guy before he does a pound. Oh wow, the auto mod like held that because they're like, oh, you said 14 words. That's a pretty good auto mod. Yeah, it held Sugaroli Ravioli's thing. I can allow it, but I'm in the middle of a boss fight. Yeah, you can allow that because like they're not saying them themselves. He's saying like, oh, you have the 14 words in your thing, you get a 14%, 14 times rate markup for that. Okay, that block was worth 14 because there's a Nazi calling card that's 14 words. Automod caught the 14 words description. Yeah. It's a little mantra that racists say. You can look it up on your own. It's you know, that's for you to look up. But yes, it was along those lines, and I'm like, yeah, no, you're getting a markup. Fuck you. And then they said no, and had they said yes, I would have said never mind. I just wanted to see if they would do it. I'm gonna be extra gay in front of the 14-word bastards, still held by Automod. Yeah, don't try and get that to go past the mod. Yeah. We're not doing fuck, marry, kill again. Also, Tony the Tiger's a fucking coward. He gets called a Bara, like, whatever, manhunk on Twitter, and then they, like, completely get rid of him for, like, a couple weeks because they don't want to, like, encourage the furries. It's like, fucking coward that you are. Oh, shit. Don't be alive and throwing stuff at me. If you kill this dude, he's gone forever. That's the only reason I'm fucking with him, I'll be honest. Lots of Tony the Tiger X Grinch with the Lorax as their child. Hey, chat, have you ever considered touching grass? Tony X Grinch has Shrek Shadow energy. I mean, you're not wrong. I think the Grinch thing did start on Tumblr because, like, yeah. Would you want the Lorax as your child? Yeah, he was kind of fucking, like, a weird guy, but he was kind of based. Everything cursed starts on Tumblr? Maybe. Tony the Tiger was the one that sung "You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch." There's more Tony X Grinch fanfiction than the Incest Folger commercial fanfiction. Shut the fuck up. The Noid is not a Tumblr sexy man, and I will not accept that. God, I hope it was a new sentence. Cool. The Grinch shows up as non-binary / ace, and my God, can you guys be thirsty for something that's fucking normal for once? Fuck. Oh, I remember the Hannibal, like, fanfics. Dude, there was so much Hannibal shit back in the day. Tumblr was fucking wild for that shit. Asshole. The Ice King from Adventure Time is the new Tumblr sexy man. Brother in Christ, he's been around for fucking years. Like 10 years. Simon. Him without the crown. Gotcha. It's because of the new show? Quite possibly. Yeah. Fuck. Aw, thank you, Glossy Plane. Thank you for the 300 bits. He does take fiery shits. You'll always be my favorite member of Vinesauce, Rev. Well, thank you. The other guys are real good too. Rev could be a sexy man on a blurbo. Dude, I'm really fucking, like, listen, a lot of people are like, oh, you know, like, why don't you have as many followers as Rev or Vinny or Yol or whatever? You know, like, why do you not have as many viewers as Mike? You know, one thing that's real fucking nice about that? No goddamn Tumblr sexy man Rev posts. I don't have to deal with that shit. Rev porn is like rare. Very rare. Oh, you just like went from I don't give a shit to violence immediately. Being married kind of shields you from that. Yeah, I there is like a dynamic of like being open about my relationship that probably does involve me getting less views because there's less like thirsty people watching me. But also, I don't have to deal with weird shit. So, you know, I'm cool with that. Listen, the Onceler was one fucking guy, and they still figured out a way to make it work. Like, you're telling me that, like, if Tumblr really wanted to make, like, sexy man shit of me, that the fact that I'm married would matter? They didn't even give a shit that they only had one guy to ship him with. They shipped him with himself because they had no one else to do it with. You good? Yeah, come this way. You leaving? Yeah? Fuck, every time. Oh, you actually got up here. That's horrifying. You wanna follow me over here? Oh, fuck. Okay. Making chicken, what do you want to go with it? What are the options, my love? What if I told you there are people who unironically ship guns together? Oh, like arms traders? Like they ship guns across the... It's not what you're talking about, is it? It should be, but it's not. Thanks. We haven't had rice in a minute. I didn't miss it. I saw it. I just was thinking about my answer. I love chicken and rice. Anytime that Tilda asks me to cook for her, I cook chicken and rice like 9 times out of 10. Rice and veggies. Sounds good. Most of the time I forget the veggies. Ow. Fuck. Chimp con. You know, I shouldn't fight this guy here. I should let him go down. I think that if you're gonna ship real people, the amount of fucks you give about like their personal life is probably like not there. They just make it happen. Most of the time it's with some fantasy ass version of themselves anyway, so. Yeah, are you talking about like guns, like guns, or like guns like they're anime waifus somehow? Because wasn't there a show that was anime guns? Like, yeah, like Natalia or something. Yeah, what's the zip gun like? The zip gun would be like unhinged yandere? Like the kind that would not like talk to anyone, but eventually just like comes out and like does like a school shooting or some shit. Fuck, fuck, fuck! JC, a bomb. A bomb? The zip gun would definitely be like a very unhinged, not well put together person. And they would be incredibly popular and people would unironically buy Zif guns because of how much they love the character. And then a lot of people would get hurt. Yeah, it did have the ability to be installed onto a Piccadilly rail, which like, why? Like, legitimately, why would you do that? Like, oh yeah, my pistol, I should attach it to my gun? Zip-chan, dude, we're actually doing this. We're actually making this up ourselves. You look like Carl Urban mixed with Stanley Kubrick. I don't know what either of those people look like. What was the name of that anime with the girl who like she was just like an awkward middle school student, that Tomo-chan or something? Watamote. Yeah. Zip Gun Chan would be exactly like her, except for even less, like, put together. Like, she's an adult now, and she's still, like, fucking a loser. Ow. Like, that's the look I'm thinking. The Zip Gun is a gun that, like, it kind of just... It could jam. It could, fucking just explode. Who knows? Like, the gun was just very badly made. The Zip Gun. It is not a one-shot makeshift gun, no. It's like the Yeet cannon? No, the Yeet cannon is a much better made gun, and that's saying something. We're talking about the USFA Zip 22 LR, yeah. It's a 22, so it's not a big cartridge or anything, but it still is really likely to hurt you. I don't think Mike's actually making the train game. Zip gun is a colloquial term for makeshift firearms nowadays. Dude, I love those, like, policeman halls where they have a whole bunch of guns that are fucked up, weird shit. Like, homemade guns. Like the shit that killed, what's his name? The president of Japan. Like, those are, like, hilarious to look at. Shinzo Abe, yeah. That's like not the only gun that was made like that. Just absolutely fucking worthless guns. That, you know, what kind of girl would be a musket be? She likes cognac. She tells you about all the shit she's done. She's like a classier girl, I think. But like old school. She's also legally, sure, she's legally blind and she's like an older lady. She'll be like the gilf. Making a pipe gun shotguns for $6 each and then selling them to the no questions asked firearm buybacks for hundreds of dollars each. Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's a great racket. Just buy like and make like 100 $6 guns and then sell them back. I'm sure they would ask a few questions like, why do you have so many of these? What were you attempting to do? Oh, I just made these. People do that for 3D printed guns? Sure. And that gets you put on a watch list, I'm sure, but, you know. What kind of girl would a Desert Eagle be? Stereotypical American, like, girl from an anime. So not, like, actually an American, necessarily, but has that, like, fake spray tan, like, big boobs, blonde hair, Israeli, I don't care. Just massive dodonkaroos and like just kind of like loud and obnoxious. That's why it's anime American. Right, right, you get it. Like a real show off, too. I kind of love these character designs, which I hate. Can you stop being alive? I think I'm out of throwables. All right, you can go home now. We should gaslight Mike. I thought this is a thing. Girls Frontline. Isn't that exactly the same thing? What's... Okay, so if a gun is going to be trans, it's got to be a gun that, like, is heavily moddable. That's my opinion. Not like the M4 or anything. Or a gun with a knife attached to it. That's pretty good. Azure Lane is ships, right? What's about a gun that's very commonly converted to a different caliber? I'd be fine with, like, trans girl Glock with a fucking bayonet. Like, sure. Actually, let's level up a couple times, then we'll get some.
I'll use my power to help you.
Shotgun could be okay. Sawed-off shotgun is bottom surgery. Okay. Rocket launcher, what about, like, what's the equivalent of Bara for chicks?
Welcome to Hotel.
Trans mass gun? I thought we decided that was sawed-off shotgun. Like, yeah. Then what's a grenade? A gun with a grenade attachment? A lot of guns can have grenade attachments because of the Piccadilly rail thing. It's like you know how like all phones have like basically one of two ports? That, but guns. It's like a standardized railing type. You want to see the punt gun? I don't know. The punt gun. I have no idea what you would do with the punt gun. Like, that's definitely like a grandma. But, like, I don't know. Like, punt gun is a jacked weightlifter? I wasn't expecting to have this many jacked weightlifting girls in my gun anime, but I guess so. What about she's like, you know, the kind of girl who would work in like a factory in the 30s or whatever? Not 1930s, 1800s. Derringer Chan, dude, Derringer Chan is gonna be little, and you know that. Yeah, no, the punt gun would be like, What's the name of the rivet girl? Derringer would be like, yeah, like that's your like little girl aesthetic character, unfortunately. Rosie the Riveter, yeah, that's what the punt gun is. Why can't we make the little thing just a creature? The Apache revolver. I don't know what an Apache revolver is. Oh, that stupid thing. God, I don't know how to deal with that. It's the one that's a revolver slash knife slash brass knuckles. A mobster with an eye patch? Sure. M1 Grand? She's normally got it together, but she's a bit of a biter. She just bites you for no fucking reason sometimes. Kind of like very militant and stuck up. What ho, jolly old chaps, all that, very British. But yeah, is a biter. Are these guns anachronistic or from certain era of warfare? They're from a lot of different, like, the ones that people are talking about. What would a flamethrower be? Jesus Christ, I don't know, man. I'm having to come up with these on the spot. Just trying to think about, like, anime girl types that haven't already been claimed by a different gun. Yeah, let's say that flamethrowers aren't guns for the sake of just making things simpler. Same with the rocket launcher. We gotta have at least one Frankenstein character that would be, you know, like the weird, fucked up, like wombo combo, Shinzo Abe kind of gun, killing guns. No? The jank, yeah, the jank like gangster guns from countries that aren't America because they can't get guns normally. Have you watched Bulky the Rock? I have not. Peachy Pie, thank you for the raid, dude. Fuck. Oh, fuck. I'm still alive. Okay, never mind. I'm not. Welcome, everybody. I'm having trouble with this boss. Dual Berettas are twins? Yeah. How's your stream, man? Chat's a little unhinged right now. I'm gonna play this game soon. I hope you're enjoying. I am, yeah. I mean, I just got done with a bounty a little bit ago, and the theory that bounties screw with it I mean, like, listen, the game is hard as balls. I think that the boss fights and the, like, minor major enemies are kind of a problem. Like, they're fucking balls hard. And I think I finally figured out that I just need to, like, use the right elements. I don't think we can do Nerf guns because of copyright, but BB gun could be like a kid. I'd be all right with that. Kind of like a quiet kid. I don't know the Krumloff, so I don't know who that is. I can't look at that right now because I'm in the middle of a boss fight and this game doesn't pause for some reason. Despite the fact that it doesn't have a... Okay, great. Oh, the gun that's meant for trench warfare that shoots around corners. I'm gonna try fire damage for a minute because I think I'm fucked anyway. That actually did pretty good. The ability to move afterwards is pretty nice. Fuck. Fuck. Is the pepper box the one that kills all of Weezer at once? That was the duckfoot pistol, okay. Pepper box is a flintlock with like 4 barrels. Oh, right, but they're in like a cube shape, right? Yeah, we talked about the Apache pistol. I don't have a good answer for that. It's a revolver with individual barrels, right? And then the barrels rotate, right? Rather than the cylinder. Chad is also like pulling out like the rare hits, you know? Chad is doing what metalheads do to prove that they're metal. And they're coming up with like the most random shit rather than actually things they enjoy. I'm afraid that this guy will have a second phase. The hell is a duckfoot pistol? It's kind of a meme. Yeah, that guy. That's how I realized I probably didn't have a good capture going for the longest time. What the point of this gun was, I'm not entirely sure. But, I mean, that one has a spur on it. Volley gun. I feel like the Gatling gun needs to be an option as well, you know? Why is it not switching screen reach? Yeah, I think the idea of that gun was, like, they didn't know how to reload. The Gatling gun was invented by a dentist who was like, this will save lives because we'll have less people on the front lines. It seems to think that the duck foot thing is the... I think that was the same dentist who invented the electric chair, but I'm not sure on that. Guy had a weird past. I mean, back in the day, like, when you were a dentist, that just meant you were the guy that people went to like, get their teeth pulled out. So... Well, no, the idea was that if you could have one guy do the work of, like, 30, then you'd only need to bring, like, one guy to war. And then you would have, like, a machine gun, and that would be all that it would have to be. You could stop bringing people to war. And it would be efficient enough to stop wars. It was the original nuclear deterrent. It just didn't work at all. We're not making a hot glue gun, anime girl. It's too, that's bait. This guy is very rough. A failed craft girl? Okay, I'd be fine with failed craft girl. I'd like it if any of these girls could use the gun. Yeah, ray gun. We should have a ray gun, like a laser gun, and it's just well, the laser gun should be a robot. Maybe use the rail gun for that, because that's, like, futuristic enough. It's still not a real thing, functionally. I mean, like, you can make a railgun. It's just like, real, why would you do that energy? Cowgirl? I mean, that's gotta be the revolver, right? Like the... I don't know what the gyrojet is, I'm sorry. That's another weird, like, meme gun. Yeah, the old school Reagan. Old school, like, Colt action, like, single action gun. The Mauser? I mean, the Germans had a lot of weapons in World War II. Most of them were irrelevant side grades of the original thing that they were doing. Generally speaking, most of their inventions were just weird attempts to side grade, and none of them, like, it just fucked with production lines. They really didn't need to do that. But, you know, I mean, they were fucking idiots. They were Nazis, so what do you expect? You can always tell when someone knows nothing about, like, World War II history, because they'll say that the Germans had, like, good tech. And it's like, no, they had lots of tech. There's a difference. Going right seems easier than going towards his fist, which makes sense in retrospect. The zip gun was the one that we originally started this with, and I was saying, like, Tomo-chan, sort of, like, just absolute mess, but an adult. Unhinged yandere. All right, let's see what a gyrojet is. Okay. It's a carbine. It looks like this is maybe like a prototype or something. I'm a little concerned about the barrel width. That's a choice. What's wrong with this gun? They gyroscopically stabilized projectiles rather than having inert bullets. They fired small rockets called microjets that had very little recoil and do not require a heavy barrel or chamber to resist the combustion gases. Velocity leaving the tube was very low, but increased as it went. Okay. So it shoots rockets. Was it a pistol? No, they just had several different variants of it. Underwater firearm. I mean, inaccurate. That was its issue. Underwater seems like a good use for that kind of thing. They were testing it up until 2003. I mean, it seems like an okay idea. It's like a mini rocket bullet. Had iron sights and it had a very specific size. I mean, yeah. Small arms. I see. One of the issues was the vent port allowed humid air into the fuel where it made combustion less reliable. Cumbersome, slow loading, unreliable, at best 1% failure rate was suggested. Users quote worst figures, many rounds that misfired the first time but later fired. So the gun, you would shoot it and then it just wouldn't fire sometimes, but then if you tried again it might work. That's like the worst kind of bullet. Yeah. Okay. Like, a gun that never works is a lot safer than a gun that sometimes works. And a gun that sometimes works, I feel like, is more dangerous than a gun that always works. This is a personal take thing. I might have to, like, summon a guy, because I can't beat this guy. And it doesn't feel like upgrading my equipment matters at all in this game. It just feels like skill issue, the game. I'd really like to avoid a lolly, but, you know, this game, like that kind of thing. Mac 10 Shan? What is a Mac 10 functionally? I mean, it's an Uzi, but like, What is it? Yeah, I'd like to not have a creepy underage character, but the Derringer is like as close as I'd go with that, and it would just be like a smaller girl. $1911 needs to be in there. I don't know what you make the 1911. If we've already made the Deagle like America. Because I know it's an Israeli gun, but it's like the most American gun. It is like, you're a fucking asshole if you use a Deagle. Mac 10 Chan is just a bumbling idiot. Oh, that's great. Are there any Russian guns you know that we can make into anime girls? Deagle is the best pistol in Counter-Strike, right? And that's why people think it's a good gun, but it's just a fucking loud, unnecessary gun. The AK is probably the Russian gun that we go with. Yeah, because like the AK line is just so like, or the Dragunov, that could be one too. Like, you will never need a Deagle. Let me put that way. Like, the Deagle is never the correct pistol answer to any situation. It's too unwieldy and large. The only people it looks good, like, being held by is, like, people like, I don't know, fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger or something. Like, it's gotta be, like, a fucking big-ass person. The Dragunov is from the AK line? It might be made by the same people. If any modern rifle made it to the age of space travel, it would be the AK. The AK is like, I guess it's just, I don't really understand why it's so popular. We shipped a whole bunch over, or no. Where did they get the AKs? I feel like a lot of that was when we were helping out. They're just cheap and durable. Okay. Because I know they're still finding fucking AKs from like World War II, right? Yeah, we helped out pre-Desert Storm in Afghanistan. There were a couple freedom fighters, you might have heard of them. And turns out, if you give people weapons, they eventually go, hey, hold up, wait, you guys suck too. There weren't AKs in World War II? Why am I thinking there were AKs in World War II? Anyway, a couple of those guys, they blew up a couple buildings in New York a little while ago. It was like a big deal or whatever. If you weren't born, you probably don't remember it. Stargate and their P90s, dude. I fucking love the P90. It's such a cool design. The Stick 44 was also, yeah. Always learn your history. I saw people still saying, God, on 9/11, I was referencing the fact that America gave weapons to Al-Qaeda, but, and what would later become, whatchamacallit, the other one. And flight lessons. Yeah, they wanted to make sure that they could fight the Russians because we were in a proxy war with them there. And then, yeah, didn't turn out so good. Could have been worse. Oh, I'm out of healing. Okay. Still could be very worse. The Taliban, yes. Fuck. I saw people complain that Rev makes baseless statements. I saw people on Reddit saying, you know, what you know, with 9/11 being a thing again, like what where were you in all that? And it's just like people were like, man, I really hate how they hated our freedoms. And I'm like, that's not why they did that. And if you still believe that, like, you dumb. I don't agree with the reasons they did it, but that was absolutely not the reason they did it. That was some shit the Bush administration came up with. They were getting revenge for America fucking up the Middle East, and they believed that we were responsible for that, which, I mean, we did fuck up the Middle East, but, you know, why do you have to kill civilians over that? America's, one of its favorite things to do is, like, yeah, Bin Laden had a manifesto, but, you know, people didn't bother to read that. I saw a comedian claiming, like, how fucking pissed would you be to, like, write that fucking, like, actually pull off a fucking attack. And then, like, against, like, a superpower, get away with it, and then, like, fail on the final yard line because, like, no one bothered to read your shits. Honestly, fuck that guy. Like, he deserves it, but it's funny. But yeah, AK was probably, I think you got to have some AK variants. I don't know if you want to go with like the 47 or 74, or you're saying the Dragunov counts as one. Dude needs to get a humanities degree. I have really bad news for any of the Osama bin Laden fans in chat. He's very dead. Why do I always try going to the wrong side? What is an Oshi? And why have I heard that term before? Is that like streamer you like? Because I've heard people use that term, and I'm like, okay, I don't know what that is, but I'm glad that they're streaming and you enjoy it. Am I chat's Oshi? Your favorite idol VTuber or streamer? Okay. Hi, Dim. How you doing? You're my favorite Yoshi? Aw, thank you. I want to be someone's favorite Yoshi. My Indonesian friend didn't know that Abraham Lincoln was dead, and when I told her, she said, "I'm very sorry for your loss." That was very sweet of her. Where are you going? Dying is one of the things that Lincoln is most famous for doing, I will say. Okay, so he does use the gun eventually. Yeah, like things that Lincoln did. Be tall with a beard and a hat. Getting shot in a theater. Saving the slaves. He fought vampires. That book was fucking kind of banger. I'm not gonna lie. I can't tell if I'm losing viewers because I'm talking about anime gun girls or because I'm losing this boss fight. Or if it's just a whole bunch of like Osama bin Laden stans who are upset that I spoiled the fact that he died and people are upset at me about that. I don't know. That could be a thing too, I guess. New channel logo. I'm glad you like it. I mean, it's good they left if that's the reason they left. It's just a little unhinged. Yeah, he died. I'm sorry. Yeah, the CIA, or the US loves to interfere with other governments. That's what the CIA is for. What do you think they do? Abe Lincoln invented stairs? Is that TF2 lore? He knew? Yeah, I saw a fucking thing on Tumblr about that. They don't teach World War II in a lot of places. Yeah, the version of World War II we get is that the war was going real bad, and so America jumped in because Pearl Harbor, and then a bunch of stuff happened, and then we had to bomb Japan. We just had to. It was like there wasn't another choice. We couldn't have just waited a couple days for them to surrender. We had to blow them up. Didn't they surrender because of the bomb? They were set to surrender regardless. Though getting bombed kind of put the nail in the coffin. If we could have waited like any amount of time, there were talks going on. They wanted to surrender without any terms. Yeah, they wanted to keep the royal dynasty going. That was like the main thing, but America was like, no, fuck off. Which, I mean, fair, I guess, but, you know. Again, it was 2 bombs. I feel like 1 would have been enough to prove the point, you know? The animation about the bombing, it's fucking horrifying. I've seen clips of it, and I just did not like that. I mean, 0 would have been fine, too, but I feel like if the whole point was, like, force them into a surrender, surely 1 would have been enough. You know? Like, just... the fact that we did 2 is, like, I think we just wanted to use them because we had them, and we spent all this R&D time on it. We also fired at non-military targets, which is, like, not cool at all, but... we didn't want Stalin in Japan. I mean, okay, but still. America was flexing. They really didn't need to do that. Other guns that we could add to our fake anime that we're making up. Stalin was a fucking drunk. That's one thing that people don't know. Please add a potato cannon. T-shirt cannon. What do you even do with a t-shirt cannon? Harpoon gun should be one. I think that we're stretching the definition of gun now. Harpoon gun has to be some sort of scuba diver. You can put her in a bikini for no particular reason because anime. Like, we have to make this horny, right? You get to kill Maud Flanders. Spoilers. We haven't even talked about the M16 or the M4 or anything. What if the anime was just the worst performing guns ever created? I mean, a lot of the ones we've picked, I mean, we started with the Ziff gun, and it doesn't get worse, really. We already did the pirate girl being the blunderbuss. Finger gun is not a real gun. Harpoon girl for the summer event? Yeah. Multiple different outfits for, they're all bikinis. Yeet cannon is a zoomer? Okay. The M16 constantly eats jam. That's a hilarious little nod, but okay. How are the kitties? They're doing good. Yeah, the harpoon gun absolutely wears a bikini in the winter, like when it's snowing out. Who gives a shit? We already did our big American titty girl, and that was the Deagle, which... This has to already be a thing. This concept is too easy to do. They've already made like a Counter-Strike visual novel. I think you could probably use the girl from that as like the M4 or something. I mean, she was psychic. Is the Deagle buff but skinny girl? I mean, like, honestly, just like... She's got to be like... huge boobs. Like, unrealistically large boobles. Which girl would be the emotionalist girl that people think is a robot, but is just really uninterested in that shit? Girls Frontline? It's apparently called Upot. Yeah. Deagle is a little girl in Frontline? What the fuck? I couldn't look it up. Sexy gun girl waifus are, yeah. Like, when I'm thinking of the Deagle, I'm thinking of a girl from, like, Sakura Spirit or whatever. But just, like, embiggen the boobs by twofold. How did this topic start? God knows. AA-12 could also have huge tits. I'm fine with that. Girls with big boobies is fine in anime. I think this is going to be my last attempt because it sounds like my wife has got the food together. Well, no, we'll do one with the guy because that's going to be the thing. Girls Frontline. Yeah, there was some anime that, like, when I was working at Anime Bento that we constantly got emails about, like, please include it in your next box. I don't want to say it was Girl Frontline, but I don't know. Ooh, yeah, A12 should have big thighs. Okay, yeah. We're not putting the Deagle in a maid outfit. There's no reason for that. I can't really think of a girl that, or a gun that's like hunting rifle. That's a huge genre of gun, but We already did the Grand. It's, you know, British, and I know the Grand isn't, but... Or isn't it, right? The Grand is a biter, is what I decided. Like, very proper in a lot of ways, but, like, very, like, tip-tip, cheerio, all that, but absolute biter. The Colt would be the cowboy girl, sure. The gun that won the rest. I still think this should be like How to Fool Boyfriend, where it's actual guns, but the personalities are anime tropes. I mean, sure, why not? Okay, yeah, one last attempt with the fella that I can summon. The Colt is a little girl cowboy. Why does she have to be a little girl in Girls Frontline? Mosin Nagant? We haven't done anything with the AK yet. I think we should figure out the AK before we figure out the Mosin. Do I really have to ask why? I just want to know, man. AK is a drunk? Okay. AK is just kind of in the background constantly being drunk, but no matter what you fucking throw in, like, what situation she gets thrown into, like, she walks out of burning buildings still drinking. Mosin Nagant can be the old Russian grandma, and is the AK's older, like maybe her grandma or something. Like, do you remember, God, what was the name of that show with the Mystery Shack and the Bill Cipher and all that? Gravity Falls. You remember Seuss's mom? That's what I'm thinking, but like Russian for the Mosin. Grandma, okay. He's dead. Fuck. The Trank girl would love animals. The P90, sci-fi nerd, because of Stargate. Someone in chat already called that. I think that they're right. I'm out of stuff to throw. Which gun is the Forest Hippie? Okay, that can be your hunting rifle. I was so close there. Do I have any throwables? Like, I'm out, right? I have gears. Okay. Hippie girl would be a compound bow? No, I'm thinking just like your basic bitch Walmart hunting rifle. I don't really have like a brand in mind or anything. Dinner's done? All right, this is gonna be my last attempt then. If I had to marry a gun, which would it be? I would marry my wife again, who is not a gun. Walmart sells hunting rifles? I thought they were a supermarket. Yes, welcome to America. I'm dead. Okay, well, that was fast. They used to sell used... Yeah, I don't know if they still sell guns or not. I know they did. I think at one point they decided to stop doing that. That's actually messed up. What the fuck? Yeah, yeah. You wonder why we have a gun problem here. All right, yeah, that's it for me for now for this. All right, well, I feel like we learned a lot about guns today. I'm gonna check Twitter for art because I think that's where art needs to be from now on. Just at me in your art and I'll look at it. No. But people are liking the singing videos. I did one of 14 tons. Boru? I don't see anything new on the Boru either. The Boru is kind of fucky, so I don't know as if it's a thing. I'm gonna go eat dinner with my wife now. We're gonna do some more horror games tomorrow. The Boru's dead? Nah, just functionally. What would the 1911 be? Fuck. Oh, God. I don't think cops use the 1911, right? I'm going to go with cop. Regardless of the fact that they don't actually use it. Ooh, 1911 would be a boomer that still brags about the one thing they did. Oh my God, that's so good. They're a mall cop that used to like do shit, but now they don't. They peaked in high school. And they still talk about it. Like full on Napoleon Dynamite, like that dad, but works as a mall cop and is a chick. Perfect. Absolutely sucks. I love that. All right, well, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow with more horror games and stuff. I'm gonna have to find some. I want to find a good like one to do. I don't want to go back to Darkwood necessarily, but I kind of do. I need to find a good horror game that I can stream for like a good chunk of this month, or at least a couple weeks. All right, I'll see you guys later. I'm gonna raid Mike. Brr.